Hey uplifters, welcome back to our channel. I got another video for you guys today, and hopefully there will be no interruptions. Zion is napping over here, so hopefully he stays napping and I can get through this video. Today's video, I wanted to talk with you guys about obedience. Like, what does it mean to be obedient? What does that word even mean? What does biblical obedience look like? What does it mean? So let's go down that journey together. Because this won't be the only video on obedience I do. I want to go through different stories in the Bible that highlight obedience and talk through those. But this first one, we're kind of focusing on obedience itself. What is it? And I might do one Bible story, talk about one. But let's just get into what obedience is. And the first thing I looked at was just the definition of obedience, which when you Google define or the definition of the word obedience, it means compliance with an order, request, or law, or submission to another's authority. So that's simply what obedience means you're going to do or go along with whatever law or thing is that has been said, or whatever. You're going to go along with it. You're not going to oppose it. You're going with it. But when you Google biblical obedience, it gave me a few different phrases that I wanted to go through, which are listening to God, following God's will, surrendering to God's authority, loving God, serving others, trusting in God, being polite. And for me, the very last one, the being polite one, I found that interesting, seeing as in middle school, you know how you'll have the like superlatives in school and stuff in the yearbook? Well, in middle school in 8th grade, I got one. It was Miss Polite. So it just brought that memory up for me when I saw that, looking at it. But anyway, as far as like all these other ones, let's start with the first one, listening to God. I think that a lot of us do a lot of the talking, especially in the beginning of your journey with Christ. We're doing a lot of the talking and not enough of the listening. We haven't learned how to hear and listen to God. So, and in order to get to the place where you can hear him, so that when you're listening, you're actually getting him, you have to know him. So you have to spend time with him. So as far as listening, in order to be able to listen, you have to spend time with him to understand what he says about things, so that you know when you're hearing things, you'll know it's God because you know him. Following God's will, the second one. And that goes with the first one. If you don't know God, how can you know his will? Like, I think you can know what his will is for you, one, when there's certain things I feel like God isn't going to put you into certain situations. not saying that you're never going to face adversity or trouble or tribulations on this walk with God, because you will, but there's certain things I feel like that you won't be asked to do. So in following God, you have to spend time with him to know what kind of things he would and wouldn't ask of you, ask of his people. And surrendering to God's authority. Like, as far as surrendering to his authority, I feel like a lot of believers, like, we will in the beginning surrender certain things, but not everything. We don't surrender everything that we have to God. We surrender certain pockets of us, of our life, but not everything. We don't give our whole yes. And so as far as surrendering, you have to give everything to him, even the little minuscule stuff you think isn't important or worthy of that. You need to give it to God too. The itty bitty tiny stuff, all of it goes to him. So okay, hopefully I have enough time here. Oh, his eyes are open. I think my time is running out, y'all. And one thing in my just reading of obedience and stuff is that obedience is often equated with faithfulness. Like, they go hand in hand, like they go together. And a story in the Bible I know that does go hand in hand with obedience and faithfulness is Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That their story and being thrown in the furnace, because they were obedient and not putting idols or another god before God, and faithful in believing in him, no matter what the consequences were going to be for them doing that. They stood their ground. When would we today do that same thing? With being threatened with being thrown into a fiery furnace, or whatever that could look like in today's time. Being thrown in Alcatraz, or the worst prison you can think of, or anything like that, you know? Are we willing to stand firm in our faith? Are we willing to be obedient in what we know to do and completely have faith in what we're supposed to do? I think my time is up, you guys. But I'm gonna have some more videos for you guys today, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this one because he's waking up and starting to get fussy. But I will talk to you guys soon, and go deeper into obedience, what it is, what it looks like, because as someone who is getting to the place where they're trying and learning how to be obedient, I just want to go on that journey with y'all, and y'all come along with me on that journey. But I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.